Two matches, two victories, India on top as far as their table is concerned, and they are looking at this point of time with multiple match winners. Yesterday's game versus Bangladesh gave you a clear picture that how many match winners this team, specifically have. Hello, I'm Rohit Juglan. You're watching Revsportz. I'm here in Bulawayo, and this is the first day actually when Indian team opted for a full day rest. They arrived here on 8th, and after that there was either a practice session or a warm-up game, or else the official games as far as 15th and 17th of Jan is concerned. They played on 15th versus USA, a tight game, as far as their batting is concerned. Then again against Bangladesh, their top order apart from Revsportz collapsed, and still Weber played a brilliant innings. Then, as obviously the crisis man Abhigyan Kundu was there for the rescue act, and then a very small but very important quick fire innings from Kanishk Chauhan there. So at this point of time when we are talking, first, there will be no practice as far as this Indian team is concerned. So for the very first time in this tour, since the time India landed in this country, I'm telling this to you for the very first time that there is no practice session, in Bulawayo. But with that, obviously, there has to be this thing that we have to look forward to Aaron George, because one thing, which is really shaky as far as this Indian team is concerned is your number 3 position. From the time of Asia Cup, Under-19 Asia Cup, Aaron George was someone who was really looking very good. He was consistently scoring runs, those big runs. He scored 100 as an opener in South Africa also in that third ODI, and that's because Ayush Matre missed that series due to an injury, and Aaron George opened the innings for India. He scored 100 from the time of Asia Cup to the South Africa series. He was your Mr. Consistent, technically one of the finest batters in this particular team, and because the ball is doing a little bit, it's snipping up a little bit, so you want someone like Aaron George to be there, with solid skill set, with those kind of runs and an in-form batter. So, with his tennis elbow, yes, that's a point of concern for Team India, but there will be a 5-day gap from here to that New Zealand game. There will be a lot of practice sessions in between them, and hopefully if I'll see Aaron batting, or if I'll see him in that knockdown session also, I'll definitely report to you. But apart from that, everything is looking really good. The combination, yes, really interesting from Team India, what they picked up in first 2 games, because Harvansh Pangalia is in the team and there is no Mohammad Inan. So they are going with a seam bowling all-rounder as far as Ambrish is concerned. They are having their two in-form pacers in form of Deepesh Devendran, Double D, and then you have Henil Patel. So you have your 2 pacers, then your all-rounder, then you have your 2 spinners in the form of Kanishk Chauhan and Khilan Patel, and then you have a all-rounder, Ambrish. And with them, you have someone like a Vihan Malhotra who can pick up 4 wickets and change a game, within seconds as far as his 4 overs were concerned. With that, you have Revsportz to bowl. Ayush Matre also bowled a single over. So you have a lot of choices as far as your bowling is concerned, batting is concerned. But yeah, the one thing from here to that New Zealand game will be the tennis elbow injury improvement of Aaron George. As I said, that will give you all the details of this Indian team as far as their practice sessions are concerned, whatever is going on here. And plus, yes, the weather is not that good. You can see it in both the games. The USA game, multiple interventions from rain. Same goes with the Bangladesh game. Before that also, both the games were declared, in the warm-ups also. Both the games, one England won versus India, DLS method. One India won versus Scotland, DLS method. So rain will be a factor, but now we have to, and India have to cope up with that. There was a challenge because of batting first in that Bangladesh game, and when the intervention happened, the DLS score came up. It was Bangladesh who was really ahead at that point of time, but India pulled back really well, especially with the help of Vihan Malhotra's bowling. And apart from that, what a brilliant captaincy from Ayush Matre also. The way he rotated his bowlers, on the very first game after the 5th over, the way he pushed Henil Patel to bowl that 6th over also. In that 6th over, there were 2 wickets. And then after that, in yesterday's game, the way he handled the pressure, He went to the boundary lines. He had word with the coaching staff. Apart from that, there were multiple interactions with the players. So some solid captaincy there from Ayush Matre. The kind of batting and catching shown by Vaibhav Suryavanshi in the deep. He's not someone who really field in deep areas. He was most amount of time you'll see him inside the circle, means in the inner circle, and but as far as catching is concerned, there were some brilliant catches. I remember one catch he picked up in Beckenham, then there was one catch here against England, and now this yesterday against Bangladesh. So some really good signs. We'll give you all the details. Thank you so much for watching.